It's a Champions League night and it's a big game. It's Inter Milan. It is Inter against Liverpool, and we are live on the TC Hub, Storm FM, TC Hub 2, JB Sports, J-DAC Football, and of course the brilliant TC Hub Twitch channel as well. Hopefully you're doing all well this evening. It's Inter against Liverpool, and it's coming up next. Very good evening to you all once again. It's Russ Venn and back for yet another commentary here on the TC Hub. It's Inter Milan taking on Liverpool, and we're going to be bringing you the best coverage of this game over the next 90 minutes in the Champions League round of 16 first leg clash. It's Inter against Liverpool, and it's all coming up very shortly. Very good evening to you. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the team news and build up to what is going to be a big night in European football. Welcome to the coverage then. It's the big night of Champions League action as Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool begin their knockout campaign in Milan. It's Internazionale against Liverpool this evening here on the TC Hub. Hopefully you're doing fantastically well this evening. Great big night of Champions League action, and we'll be building up to kick off very soon. We've got all the important team news ready and raring to go. We've got all big team news action. Big news for Liverpool as there is a Champions League debut for one of their midfielders this evening, and it is a fully deserved debut in the Champions League for them as well. Liverpool away in the last 16 in their first leg against Inter, who have got a very good, strong midfield this evening. We'll run you through the teams very shortly. Kick-off is around about 5 minutes away as we get building up to what is going to be a big night of Champions League action. Hopefully you're all doing okay and looking forward to this game. We'll be bringing you the action very shortly here on the TC Hub for what is going to be a big night of Champions League action. We can see the flags are being waved by the Italians this evening. Should be a big occasion. The Liverpool team and Inter team are in the tunnel at the San Siro. Vrij and Van Dijk there have just hugged as they've just joined the team. Dumfries is the Billy is look likely to be the captain for, and Andanovic is the captain for Inter today, according to the team sheet that I have got in front of me. Virgil van Dijk is the man who's got the armband for Jurgen Klopp's side, with the regular captain Jordan Henderson named amongst the bench. And as I mentioned, a big night for one of the midfielders making their Champions League debut. I wonder who that will be. So, partly cloudy night in Milan. 4 degrees is the temperature with the humidity at 91%. All the officials are from Poland. I'll run you through those very, very shortly. The teams are almost ready to emerge from the tunnel any second now. They're just waiting for the other linesmen to be ready in a second. There is Andanovic, the Inter goalkeeper, getting ready. There is the man in the middle game ready to lead out the teams this evening. Should be a very good match this evening. The teams are just emerging from the tunnel right now. It's Inter Milan against Liverpool, UEFA Champions League Last 16 encounter. And who is going to come out on top this evening there? All the officials just leading by Simon Marcinac leading the teams out. He's assisted by Pavel Sokolnik and Thomas Liswick, with Pavel Wojcicki on for official duty. Thomas Krakowski is on VAR duty, with Bartosz Frankowski his assistant. They're all from Poland, the officials this evening, including the two men on VAR. The two managers are big names in the game. Jurgen Klopp for Liverpool, Simon Inzaghi for Inter Milan. And just as the Champions League anthem goes off behind us, we'll look at the two teams in just a second for you. Big night of action then. The most recent meeting between the two sides, two ties came in this stage of the Champions League back in 2007-2008, which Liverpool won 3-0 in aggregate. Their strikes from Dirk Kuyt and Steven Gerrard, now the Aston Villa manager, in Liverpool, a 2-0 win at Anfield on February the 19th, so just 3 days. In about 3 days' time, that'll be the advantage that was on February the 19th, 2008. For the 11th of March, same year, Fernando Torres scored in the 64th minute. Liverpool then lost to Chelsea 4-3 in aggregate in the semi-finals. Let's take a look at the two teams. And for Liverpool is Andanovic in goal, Skriniar, De Vrij and Bastoni at the back. Dumfries, Vidal, Brozovic, Çalhanoğlu and Perisic in midfield, Dzeko and Martinez up front. On the bench, Gagliardini, Sanchez, Rinocchi, Gordas, Di Marco, D'Ambrosio, Damian, Sangali, Carbone, Caicedo and Radu and Gordas are the two goalkeepers. And let's have a look at the Liverpool side then. Liverpool will end up with Alisson in goal. A back four of Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson. Thiago, Fabinho and Harvey Elliott. Big night for him, his Champions League debut. And the front men are Mo Salah, Diego Jota and Sadio Mane. On the bench is Milner, Keita, Firmino, Gomez, Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Minamino, Tsimikas, Diaz, Origi, Matip and Kevin Keller, the goalkeeper. It's a big night then for Harvey Elliott, as I've just mentioned, his Champions League debut. What an occasion he has got to make his Champions League debut this evening. The teams take the knee in solidarity for ongoing fight against all forms of discrimination and racism in the game. And now Liverpool, with Harvey Elliott, get us off and underway on the TC Hub and all partnered platforms. Should be a very good game this evening. Liverpool playing 4-3-3 in 3-5-2, should I say, for Internazionale Milano to give them the full title. As we see Jota trying to come forward. Thiago wins the ball back. Here's Andy Robertson crossing towards Mohamed Salah, cleared away. Fabinho's there to win it back for Liverpool. Now it's with Alexander-Arnold for Mo Salah. Salah does well to hold off his man and get the ball down the line for Sadio Mane. Mane puts the ball in and he's headed across, but there's an offside. There's a foul in there, I think, or it might have been offside. But Inter get a free kick early on there, a minute and a bit gone. I think he was just offside. There was a foul by Jota pulling down Dumfries, and Inter will have an early free kick in this contest. Earlier tonight in the Serie A, in La Liga, should I say, Atletico Madrid lost 1-0 to Levante thanks to Gonzalo Morello's 54th minute strike earlier on today. We'll keep you up to date with Salzburg against Bayern as the game goes on there between Salzburg and Bayern München. As we watch Liverpool with Mane winner throw-in, challenged by Skriniar there, who did well to come across and tidy well. Simone Inzaghi was a brilliant player back in the day, now having his turn, trying his hand in management. And here's Robertson to Van Dijk for Liverpool, who just happy to nod the ball around. Is Alisson to Canate, and Canate has been put under pressure by Lautaro Martinez. Now it's Diego Jota, and Jota will win a throw-in off De Vrij's challenge, and De Vrij there did well to come across and nod the ball out for a throw to Liverpool. Coming up towards 3 minutes gone, is Inter 0, Liverpool 0. Inter in their traditional blue and black, home kill Liverpool in their traditional all-red affair. Liverpool will attack the goal to my left in this first half. As here's Inter's first chance with Dzeko. Dzeko lost out and Robertson won the ball back. And now it's Thiago. Thiago with a lovely switch ball to get Mo Salah away. And Salah is onside. He needs support in the middle against Bastoni. Salah's still going. And still going Salah. Back heel towards Alexander-Arnold. He's cut out. And now Vidal under pressure from Robertson. And Vidal does well to get the ball out. And that's a good bit of play there from Vidal and Çalhanoğlu. And now Vidal again towards Dzeko. Canate in to win the ball back for Liverpool. Here's Alexander-Arnold, who's coming forward from the back for the Reds. And now it's out wide to Harvey Elliott. Good play this from Liverpool in the opening 3.5 minutes. Inter Milan are not been doing that well recently in Serie A from what I've been watching in recent weeks. 0 to 1 point from the first two group games, losing 1-0 to Real Madrid on match day 1, but they won 2 games, 3-1 against Sheriff Tiraspol from Moldova, and won 2-0 at home to Shakhtar Donetsk in the penultimate round of matches to secure them through, despite losing 2-0 to Real Madrid, as well as Dumfries trying to gain on the back there for Inter. Dumfries wins the ball back, and Martinez fires it just wide of the post there. Lovely effort there from Lautaro Martinez, who did well to. It looked like Dumfries might have fouled his man there, which I think the ref, if he'd gone to VAR, might have pulled up for. But Lautaro Martinez Curtis Shaw just wide. Here they stanchion behind the net, and he's wide for a goal kick, and it's 0-0 between Liverpool and Inter. Good solid start from Inter Milan after a good positive start from Liverpool as well. 5 minutes gone here, Inter 0, Liverpool 0. Thiago wins the header, but he breaks for Chanaloglu. And now Inter just keep possession with Bastoni across to Skriniar. Skriniar visits to Dumfries. Back to Skriniar, and now Skriniar will look up and just roll the ball with his foot. Now plays it into the midfield, and Brozovic. Brozovic is looking for support, but he can't find anyone going for it, so he goes back to Skriniar, and Skriniar will find De Vrij, and De Vrij will find his goalkeeper, Andanovic, who's the captain. All in grey is Andanovic. And now love the ball forward from De Vrij. I think it might be Skriniar looking long at that point for Inter. And it was De Vrij. I was right the first time. And then Fabinho wins the ball back well. I was watching in the build up to this game the press work from Liverpool, and when they lose possession quite quickly, and Fabinho is key to that. He always seems to close down the gaps and always seems to run into where the possession is being won, and always first to close down the opposition man is the Liverpool midfielder wearing number 3 today. And now here's Alisson will look up and find Konate, and now he's out wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold over on that far side, the right, and he plays the ball down the line, with Liverpool have lost out, and Chanaloglu finds Brozovic, and now it's back to Bastoni and De Vrij, and now Skriniar will just keep the ball well. De Vrij there to Skriniar, back to De Vrij, and De Vrij will come out, and he gives possession away. Here's the formation of Fabinho into Mane, on to Salah. Salah penalty. Mane, Salah shoots, takes a deflection behind for a corner. I think he'd come off Bastoni there, who's been applauded and had given a pat on the back there. Bastoni by Skriniar amongst others. Chanaloglu is another one who patted him on the back there. Liverpool doing fairly well. Liverpool with a corner. I think it's their first of this match so far. We've played 8 minutes. Inter 0, Liverpool 0. As we see Trent Alexander-Arnold stood over this to whip this ball in towards the penalty area. Jota goes down just before it's taken. Fabinho wins the header. Comes to Mane. Back towards Fabinho. Breaks back from Mane. Mane does well. Elliott goes for goal. Shot is blocked. Thiago intercepts for Liverpool. Out wide to Salah. Salah whips the ball in towards Mane at the far post. Elliott rises. Comes out to Thiago! Just over the bar from Thiago from about 25 yards out, I would say. And Thiago with the right footed effort. Just spinning as it come to him, which he meant he couldn't get it down. And Andanovic almost going on to that there. Alisson's all in green today, with the officials in their yellow shirt, black shorts and blacks and yellow socks. As here is Fabinho to tidy up for Liverpool. And Liverpool with Alisson finds Van Dijk down the line to Alexander-Arnold, who's been put under pressure. And that's what Inter can do, force you under pressure. And Alexander-Arnold wins. Liverpool will throw it. Come off Perisic there. The Croatian is Perisic. And Perisic has done really, really well. He has got 5 he's got 5 goals in the league this season, none in the Champions League. But here is Jota for Liverpool. On to Mane now. Elliott finds Andy Robertson. And obviously with the cross in towards the back post and is claimed by Andanovic. And that's a good catch there from the Inter shot stopper. He was always in control for that one as we watch this game unfold this evening. Inter nil, Liverpool nil. The ball is out of play for a throw to Liverpool. There was a long ball forward there from Skriniar towards the run of Dumfries down this right hand side. Liverpool know much about that. Edin Dzeko from his time against them when he was at Manchester City. He was formerly of Roma as well, was the Inter front man who is now in the ripe old age of 35. Marcelo Brozovic is 29. The midfielder who's started off well is Lautaro Martinez. Pushed the cross in, headed towards goal at the back, but the offside flag was up, and there was an header at the back post. I think if what was from Chanaloglu, he was just offside there, Lautaro Martinez. And it was Otto Vidal going round the back, in fact, whose header would not have counted if it had gone in due to the offside in the build-up on this near side. As here's in the middle is Diego Jota. And Diego Jota's running away with the ball for Liverpool. Can't pick out Mane, but Mane does get it. But there's a foul there on Skriniar after the ball got played through by Jota, and I think it was Jota who caught him. He's well to get away from Otto Vidal there. Initially did Jota, he ran through. Skriniar just got caught on back of his foot by Jota. Skriniar just well to take away from Robertson. First for an handball, nothing given as Liverpool come away with possession as Canate finds Alexander Arnold. First for an handball was against Thiago. Liverpool keeping good shape so far, causing into a few problems as Jota does well to get away from Skriniar, but Brozovic comes back and concedes a free kick, and that's a brilliant bit of play from Diego Jota to win that free kick. It was a foul by Dumfries, and then goes the foul again. Let's just have a look at this handball shout. He's not sure if that's now. Not sure if I would have given that if I was the official this evening. Inter nil, Liverpool nil as Liverpool will look to take this free kick. Liverpool have caused a few problems from set pieces before. Robertson and Alexander Arnold stood over this set piece, which is on this near side of the left as Liverpool will attack forward. It's Robertson with the ball in, and there's just over the bar from Sadio Mane round the back. Brilliant effort in there from ball in there, and Sadio Mane can't keep the header down. Really should be doing better there. And now here's Andanovic for Inter. Inter will try and play the way out of the back. But Brozovic finds Perisic. And Bastoni now helps out as well. And it's off of Mo Salah to get a bit of respite for his side and let them get a corner to settle things down a little bit. And Andanovic will leave the goal kick to Bastoni back to him. And now he plays out into midfield, and Liverpool almost forcing a mistake there, but Skriniar just helps to get away with it, and it's forward towards Dumfries. And Van Dijk's there, but Dumfries wins the ball back. And now Çalhanoğlu gets there at Fabinho, and now it's alright with Perisic. Perisic takes on Fabinho and does well, and puts a dangerous cross in into Çalhanoğlu, and he's just in the other side of the crossbar, and it bounces out and wide for a throw into Liverpool. And Çalhanoğlu there, and Çalhanoğlu going close for Liverpool, going close for Inter against Liverpool, but he comes back off the bar, and that's a fantastic effort. First real effort on target, on goal that we've had in this game as Inter almost tear the lady inside the San Siro. Here's Elliott to Alisson. Now Robertson. Robertson clears away. Only as far as Brozovic this time. And who's there against Tedder for Liverpool? You've guessed it. It's Fabinho. And now Mane. Back to Fabinho. And Fabinho is challenged by Hakan Çalhanoğlu. And it is a foul. He just catches Fabinho before getting the ball first there. And this is the chance from Çalhanoğlu, who went very, very close for Inter Milan and fired off the crossbar. Alisson was beating all ends up. And I'm not sure Van Dijk or Robertson, who was bad there, would have got on the end of that for Liverpool. So Liverpool have got away with one there from an early chance. But Liverpool will now have a free kick. Robertson and Alexander-Arnold standing over this. Thiago was there too, but now Thiago moves out of the way. Mane has been wanted to speak to by the official for a challenge on Vidal off the ball. By Simon Marcinac. And it's Robertson or Alexander-Arnold to take his Alexander-Arnold with a whip ball in. Breaks for Mane. After headed away by Skriniar. Dumfries is across there to defend well, and Inter will come away with possession, and it's Brozovic. And now Martinez is caught under a bit of pressure there from Thiago, and he's out of play for Liverpool, for Inter throwing against Liverpool. And I'm just looking at that challenge again from Liverpool's Thiago and Lautaro Martinez, and no foul there. Both players already falling to the ground when the contact was made. It looks like Thiago's hurt his shoulder, but it's okay to continue at this moment in time. No complaints as Dzeko gives the ball away from the throw. It's now ball towards Yoto's flick over. It was saved by Andanovic, but he was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. As Çalhanoğlu finds Bastoni. Bastoni now across it goes to Andanovic. Good bit of play forward. And now here's Konate for Van Dijk as Liverpool try and come forward again. Here's Thiago now. Good play from Thiago. Find Konate. Now Alexander-Arnold over on that far side as we watch as the Inter fans starting to bounce. And now Konate has possession from Van Madison's pass, but he gives the ball away. And that's a lovely run from Perisic. Looks past Alexander-Arnold and then knocks off Konate and behind for a corner. And that's a good play from the Croatian down the left-hand side. He did well to win the ball back after Konate tried to play the ball down the line. So Inter will have a corner then. Perisic is across there to take. As you watch this game unfold, Alisson being spoken to by the official, by the referee. Vidal being spoken to as well. Van Dijk in there near the keeper as well. As the ball is now crossing towards the penalty. It goes all the way through from the corner to take there. And it was from Çalhanoğlu. Will try to beat Alisson at his near post. Not as good as Mikel Miller's the other week for Rotherham United against Doncaster Rovers, who scored direct from a corner over the head of the goalkeeper and the defenders on the line when everyone was crowded the Doncaster goalkeeper on that occasion. As Dumfries tries to get in here for Inter against Robertson, and Dumfries wins the corner off of Andy Robertson, as Robertson complaining for a foul on one of his teammates there, but the referee has not did anything there. Çalhanoğlu's come across to take it. Brilliant corner, whipped in this time, but Brozovic is great on the edge of the penalty area. Now for Çalhanoğlu, he loses out now. Elliott trying to push Marcella away, but Dumfries is bad there to defend well. Handanovic and now Bastoni. Salzburg leading against Bayern Munich through Adam Mew on 21 minutes. And Salzburg leading, as I mentioned, against Bayern Munich. Jota from Mane here for Liverpool though, as Mane wins a corner for a foul after his cross was put out from the brilliant play over on the far side. To Paul James, who's on, and he's mentioned about Salzburg in front against Bayern. I've just mentioned that, my friend. And Pango Prime's on. I'll get to his comment in a moment. As Robertson with the brilliant corner towards Konate. Comes to Mane, who's just far from with an overhead kick. That's a fantastic effort from Sadio Mane. Everyone just stopped in there from an Inter persuasion. And that's just why I think it might have been a foul on Dumfries there. I think he may have just slipped though. But that's an effort just wide and off target from Sadio Mane in the end. Pango Prime's been on. He says, I'm at work. And they've blocked visual footage of the game for him. So he says, thanks to us for the coverage. Not a problem, my friend. Hopefully you're enjoying the coverage and can hear me loud and clear. As Inter Milan will come forward over on that far side. And it's Vidal now. Brozovic. Bastoni into Çalhanoğlu. Skriniar. De Vrij. Bastones into just keeping possession. Is De Vrij once more. Now on to Skriniar. And Skriniar has been told to play forward if he can, but he can't. So he has to go back to Handanovic. And he has to play it across to Bastoni. Down the line it goes, but Liverpool gets the ball back. Here's Jota. And now Elliott tries to chase that as will Perisic get there first to stop it from going out for a corner. He will. But gives the ball later for Fabinho, who's started this game well for Liverpool. Here's Elliott again, who I would have to say, and I'll say something about Elliott's performance in a minute, because I don't really want to jinx him when he started on the attack. So I'll say next time we have a break in play. Here's Mane. Robertson. Van Dijk. Konate. And I'll say, while Liverpool's pressing the ball around at the back, Elliott is yet to really show any signs of nerves, considering this is his Champions League debut. Here is Alexander-Arnold from Konate. Back to Alexander-Arnold, and down the line it goes. To the man I've just mentioned, Elliott, but now Martinez gets it to Vidal. And now Inter will try and come forward. Arturo Vidal is being followed by Fabinho and challenging Fabinho, and the referee gives a free kick for a foul on Vidal from Fabinho, and Inter wanted to try and take it quickly, but the referee wouldn't let them. Now the VAR finds Skriniar. Brozovic. Across to Bastoni. Lovely ball from Bastoni. Down the line it goes. For Perisic. Canate's there. Unless they run through to Alisson. And that's a good bit of play there. Hopefully you're enjoying this coverage here on a cold Wednesday evening. As here is Sadio Mane. 4 degrees, remember, out there tonight for the players on the pitch, and that was temperature at kick-off. Maybe getting a bit cooler now as the night continues to draw in here this evening. As Mane puts pressure on Bastoni, and I think Mane is giving away a free kick there rather than a goal kick for his little nudge in the back. That's a brilliant control by Mane initially, and he lost out. That's a challenge on Mosa a few minutes ago, which I didn't think was a free kick. I think the referee got it spot on as Bastoni takes a short goal kick to Andanovic. Back to Bastoni. Now he's into Vidal. And now Çalhanoğlu. Good play from Çalhanoğlu on to Skriniar. Where's the forward first time? Looking for Dzeko, who can't pick up. Here's Thiago. Through over to Jota. Now is Salah. He loses out. Brozovic. Vidal's there too. Vidal wins the ball back. And now Vidal can miss a foul for pulling on the shirt. I think the referees did it for. Or it might be the knee in the back. In the end, but we'll wait and see about that one. Should be a good match. And it's been a good match so far, despite yet to have any goals. Hopefully you're doing okay this evening. Paul has been back on. He says, watching the Bayern game, but listening to my awesome commentary. Thank you very much, Paul. Hopefully you're doing okay tonight, my friend. Looking forward to getting you back on when you're available, doing some commentaries. As here's a free kick for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold or Robertson to take. Shaping up as if he'll be Trent Alexander-Arnold, or will he be used as a decoy? Alexander-Arnold just wide. Wonderful pace and bend, but couldn't make it bend. A bit more to the left is Liverpool attack there. We're too far to the left. He should have probably gone a little bit to the right, and he may have just crept in that top corner spot there. 0-0 in the other matches taking place tonight, including a championship game. As we just bang on the head. Bang on the head there for one of the Inter players. I believe it is De Vrij there, who's caused it is De Vrij. De Vrij being told to the referee, go and get further assessment before we allow you back on, please. So he goes off there. He wanted to stay on, did the goalkeeper for the defender there, should I say, for Inter, as they're now down to 10 men for a moment or so. He's arguably having a word with De Vrij. And Andanovic will take this forward. 2 attempts to Inter, 6 attempts for Liverpool, not on target yet. Neither keeper, that's that poor bit of muck on their shirt by diving to either their left or right to make a save. And that's a long goal kick forward. Canate wins the header. Salah fetches it forward to Jota. And now Inter have the ball back with Andanovic, who has done very, very well so far, looking to cause Liverpool a number of problems when Inter have got the ball. Liverpool will look to cause them a few problems. Just the right lazy long downfield is. Canate is Fabinho coming forward. And that's Sheko, and that's a wonderful crossfield pass towards Lautaro Martinez. And Liverpool have the ball back with Van Dijk now as Alisson found him after Trent found him, winning the ball back a moment to go. Coming up towards the final 14 minutes of the game. Of the first half, should I say, where it's Inter 0, Liverpool 0. I'm wishing the half away because he's not really had any goal mouth action or shots on target. Could we see one on now as a wonderful ball into Elliott, who's onside. Elliott crosses the ball in towards Salah, cleared away by Chanaloglu, who got back there to clear the danger for Inters. Now, Alexander Arnold goes for goal and is fired over in the Championship in the only EFL match taking place this evening. It is Peterborough United 0, Reading 0, and Reading not going very, very well in the Championship. Neither are Peterborough at the moment, though. So that could be one to watch if you want to watch that and listen to us instead, unless you want to watch the other Champions League game this evening. By all means, do so. But if you're watching this and want to sync up the pictures with our commentary instead of having your TV choice of commentary, we'll give you a time check very, very shortly. So say 1 minute run, you can either pause us or pause your TV, depending which one is in front of the other. As we have got 32 minutes gone, where it remains goalless between Inter and Liverpool. Vidal and Robertson come together and Liverpool concede a throw-in. And Vidal was wondering where the ball is, and it could have been a bad challenge if Robertson had to jumped there from Arturo Vidal, and Vidal didn't get the ball either, so that could have been a potential red had he not jumped there, the Liverpool full-back. As Dumfries will look to take this throw-in. Down the line it goes from Dumfries, and now Fabinho won the ball back. Now it's Jota. Well, Brozovic won the ball back. Dumfries is cleared away by Robertson now for another throw. Don't play this, you're watching and listening to Inter Milan versus Liverpool in the UEFA Champions League Last 16. 33 minutes on the clock. Liverpool and Inter 0-0 at the San Siro, as Arturo Vidal is down injured at the moment for Internazionale Milano. And Inter will be looking to cause a few problems and get people in and around the penalty area, as Liverpool have a throw-in with Robertson. Ball on towards Mane from that throw-in, and he headed away by Robertson this time. Now it's towards Jota. Pure Fernand ball in there from Jota, not giving us the freeze. Finds Skriniar, and now Skriniar to Andanovic to Bastoni. Does well to get to Çalhanoğlu, and Çalhanoğlu plays it to Perisic. Perisic to Bastoni. Bastoni to Skriniar to clear. Nice with Dumfries, and now that's a good ball down there from Lautaro Martinez, and a brilliant one from Dumfries. Denzel Dumfries with the ball in, looking for Dzeko. It's put behind by Canate, and Liverpool will have conceded a corner with 5 minutes to go of the first half. It's Inter 0, Liverpool 0, but that's superb play down the right hand side from Inter Milan, brilliant bit of build up down the right hand side Good ball, knocked it behind the Liverpool fullback and broke away and almost caused Liverpool a few problems there. Çalhanoğlu will take the corner. Where's number 20? Çalhanoğlu comes all the way across, flips it away there in the end by Liverpool, and it's knocked back to Denzel Dumfries, who will look back even further to Andanovic. Samir Andanovic. That's a brilliant ball through. It comes towards Mo Salah, but no foul on the Egyptian, as Liverpool found on the Egyptian king. And he runs down the wing. According to a song that I sing about him. Here's Konate. On towards Elliott. Jota can't get there. It's into come forward again. Çalhanoğlu for Vidal. And now Liverpool have won the ball back. Here's Elliott. Salah. Jota. Here's Elliott. To Salah. Which way back? Here's Elliott to Jota, whose shot is blocked. Robertson. Good play from Liverpool. Here is Van Dijk across to Konate, and Liverpool will still keep on the pressure and put pressure on here. Lovely bit of play. Here's Elliott once more. Harvey coming forward. Otherwise to Alexander Arnold. Alexander Arnold to Harvey Elliott. And back to Alexander Arnold once more. And now here is Van Dijk. It's still Red Bull Salzburg, RB Salzburg 1, FC Bayern Munich 0. As Salah wins of Liverpool a corner. Good defending from Bastoni once more on the left hand side of the back three, and he does really, really well. And Liverpool beginning to ramp up that pressure. It's Inter 0, Liverpool 0 if you're just tuning into us. Yeah, on the commentary up. It's into us for Fabinho. It's cleared away by Devay, on by Martinez, and now here comes Çalhanoğlu back to Lautaro Martinez, and Lautaro Martinez goes down on the edge of the box. No free kick. It stays down as Martinez. As Alexander Arnold goes down, and now that's the ball forward looking for Salah. There's a foul. But Lautaro Martinez with a brilliant fell down there. Looked like, and he did. Robertson, brilliant challenge. I was going to say that in normal time it was Konate, then Robertson with a superb, fantastic challenge there, and that was good defending from Liverpool. Çalhanoğlu causing Liverpool a few problems in that first half. But Liverpool's defensive stood firm. Inter's defensive stood firm against Liverpool's front trio of Salah, Jota and Mane. Normally Salah, Firmino and Mane. But these days it's Salah, Jota and Sadio Mane. Now here comes Inter. With Dzeko finds Martinez. And Lautaro Martinez going towards the penalty area. And he comes off Andy Robertson. And behind for a corner. I think he went to be Thiago got back in there to pull the challenge in. Çalhanoğlu comes across to the corner. Inter against Liverpool is the scoreline of 0-0 as we enter towards the final 5 minutes of the first half as we watch this game unfold. Çalhanoğlu with the corner. And towards the penalty area. Skriniar heads it just wide. Skriniar got above everybody there, but just couldn't direct his header on target. Should be doing better there. Should be doing better. As we watch Dumfries come forward for Inter. Good play from Dumfries there. And it's out for a throw-in. Dumfries once more. As Inter are causing quite a few problems tonight, but yet to really test Arsenal and Liverpool goal. Liverpool yet to contest Andanovic in the Inter goal. There's Liverpool with Alexander Arnold on to Salah. Now it's Elliott. Elliott switches the play but gives the ball away to Lautaro Martinez. And then almost going there from Çalhanoğlu. We won the ball back now. De Vrij. Dumfries to Çalhanoğlu, should I say. Çalhanoğlu to Skriniar. And there is De Vrij to Bastoni. And now Liverpool keep it independent in the back at the moment as De Vrij has to go back to Andanovic. Brozovic as well for Inter. Is Skriniar forward. Xhaka plays the ball forward looking for Dumfries. Van Dijk's across there to defend well and he's cleared away. And a foul on Mane by De Vrij, and Liverpool take the free kick quickly. Here's Robertson. Good play from Andy Robertson. Twin Liverpool throwers. Thiago takes quickly. Liverpool piling on the pressure. It's Inter 0, Liverpool 0 as we come up towards first half stoppage time in around 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Inter 0, Liverpool 0. If you're just joining us here on the TC Up, where have you been so far? Getting involved with your comments on what you think the score's going to be. Will it be 0-0, or will we see goals in this one? Very often on the channel I do not have a 0-0. I don't think, and I don't want to put mockers on here, but I don't think when I've done commentaries this season it's been goalless. Here's Thiago for Liverpool. On to Fabinho. Now it's Alexander Arnold coming forward. Good play this into Harvey Elliott. Down the line into Sadio Mane. Mane does well. Bastoni come across and Bastoni forced Mane into making that mistake there. We come up towards the final couple of minutes before half time. It's Inter 0, Liverpool 0. Some of the fans inside the stadium tonight wearing masks. I think it's still compulsory to wear masks in stadiums in Italy. Do I need to do that now in Premier League action? As is Inter coming forward. So Xhaka brings the ball down after Perisic got there, but Van Dijk did really well to get back and just put the Bosnian off there. But now Liverpool trying to come forward. Well, that's a wonderful challenge from Brozovic to intercept. Now it's De Vrij. Here's Skriniar. Robertson coming forward. Down the line it goes. And here is a throw to Liverpool as the ball went out of play when it went down this near side. Robertson will take the throw-in, will they? But there's a man down for Inter, De Vrij, who's gone down this time. And I think he's down to when he went down early when he had a bit of double vision. He's just to the bench. His head's not clear. He's not cleared properly. So there's a stoppage in play at the moment for a bit of treatment for De Vrij, who will have to come off here. As we're waiting for play to get back underway, we'll see how many minutes we've got of stoppage time. We've got 2 minutes of stoppage time. De Vrij is off the field. He's Red Bull RB Salzburg 1, Bayern Munchen 0. Salzburg leading Bayern Munchen by a goal to 0 at the break. We'll get we'll read comment out from Paul on this Liverpool game at half time before we go for a quick break. As is Brozovic coming forward as we played over a minute of the two added on as the ball's going towards Dzeko, who's forced Alexander Arnold to force it out for a throw. I wonder if we'll get a dry off at half time and then check out how it goes later as we see De Vrij back. It goes now, and here is a ball coming forward. Dumfries gets there and he's out of play for a throw-in to Liverpool. There's this 0-0 as we head into the break. He should be it's been a good game so far, but yet to really have a shot on target. And there is the half-time whistle. We'll get the thoughts of some of the people in the chat in a couple of moments. Will Liverpool and Inter yet to really test each goalkeeper, yet to test Andanovic and Alisson. Sadio Mane with probably the best chance of the game where he fired an acrobatic effort into the side netting. But at the break it is Inter 0, Liverpool 0. And just before we head off for our break at half time, some of the comments coming in on that first half from Paul James regarding the Liverpool game. He says, away goals don't count double this time. He thinks Liverpool will be okay with a 0-0. We think they'll nick a 1-0 win to take back to Anfield. Paul James has mentioned about the Salzburg game. He's watching that one for us. Says Salzburg may have had a penalty. They are decided no with Premier League officials. And Mike says game's lacking a bit of spark at the moment. Liverpool need to get their big players on the ball more. And I agree with that, Mike. We'll be back with you in plenty of time for the start of the second half. We'll leave. Well, at half time it is Inter Milan 0, Liverpool 0. We're back in just around about 15 minutes' time. Welcome back to the second half coverage of Internazionale Milano against Liverpool in the Champions League Last 16 first leg. And we're Svenin getting through the second half coverage. The teams are just coming back out onto the field. It looks like there's going to be a change for Liverpool at the break, which we'll have a look at who's gone off in a moment. And we'll confirm that change for you in a second. Inter just coming back out as well as Liverpool just doing some last minute preparations. So Liverpool will be making a change at the break on Skriniar. Just getting some last minute instructions. Is Roberto Firmino coming on for Liverpool? Stephen De Vrij is out there for the second half. Stephen De Vrij, but Liverpool's change sees Bobby Firmino coming on, and he's come on for Diego Jota. That's the only half-time sub. I'm surprised with this sub. The De Vrij stays out there, especially after fared with double vision towards the end of that first half. Second half is underway. Incidentally, is into the goal to my left in this second half as Van Dijk wins the header. Robertson flicks on two. Firmino's there as well. Salah puts it under Ananovich under a bit of pressure. And Ananovich clears right-footed towards our right-hand side. Dumfries flicks the ball on towards Vidal. Fabinho's across and it's out for a throw to Inter. Çalhanoğlu back to Dumfries, and Dumfries is lost out to Thiago. And Thiago lost out as Vidal got the ball back. Çalhanoğlu now to Dumfries. Back it goes once more to Skriniar. De Vrij's there. Lovely play from De Vrij. Brozovic is there, and it looks like Brozovic will keep dropping back in to make it a back four at times. But now he's back with Andanovic and he tries to find Dumfries. Fabinho heads it forward. Çalhanoğlu finds in Bastoni. Now he's got Perisic outside of him and finds him. Running through the teams in a moment as Ivan Perisic cuts inside the penalty area for Inter. Sets up Brozovic, who dragged it wide. And let's look at the two teams then for the second half. Is Andanovic in goal for Inter, Skriniar, De Vrij and Bastoni, Dumfries, Vidal, Brozovic, Çalhanoğlu and Perisic in midfield, Dzeko and Martinez up front, Gagliardini, Sanchez, Uchina, Cordas, Dimarco, Diambuso, Darmian, Sangale, Carbone, Caicedo and Radu on the bench. As for Liverpool in the second half, as Mane goes down under a challenge of a Inter midfielder, and it was under a challenge of Dumfries there, and Liverpool win a free kick. Liverpool team, it's Alisson in goal. A back four now of Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson, the same back four. Elliott, Fabinho and Thiago. And then up front is Salah, Firmino on for Jota and Sadio Mane. On the bench, Milner, Keita, Gomez, Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Minamino, Tsimikas, Diaz, Origi, Matip and Kelleher, the goalkeeper. Robertson and Alexander-Arnold over it. Alexander-Arnold lips it in. Is cleared away by Dzeko. Picked up there by Konate. And Konate's back heel was closed down by Vidal, and Vidal will win it. We'll concede a throw. It's Inter. Put a bit of pressure under a bit of pressure at the moment. Here's Robertson to take the throw into Firmino, back to Robertson, back to Bobby Firmino. Bobby Firmino goes down, and Vidal can get the ball forward. Is Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez with a wonderful crossfield pass to Ivan Perisic. Perisic has got men forward and got a man on the overlap if he wants to use him in Çalhanoğlu. He takes on Alexander Arnold as Perisic, and he puts the ball in, and Alexander Arnold clears it away after Van Dijk managed to get the initial clearance away. De Vrij comes across, and De Vrij doesn't seem to be struggling at the moment with that double vision. He seemed to be towards the end of that first half there. Here we go for the Vidal on towards Dzeko. Dzeko, while they're on the floor, found Martinez, and Martinez trying to find in Dumfries there, but couldn't get there. And now is Harvey Elliott on to Mohamed Salah. Now Roberto Firmino, and Firmino ran into trouble. It's Çalhanoğlu to Vidal, and now De Vrij, who is keeping possession for Inter. Liverpool are defending really, really well, and Inter defending really, really well. Been a very good match, but no shot on target. Here come Brozovic. Here's Skriniar. Back to Brozovic once more, and is across now into De Vrij, and De Vrij will find Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu will find Skriniar, and Skriniar will find De Vrij, and De Vrij will look up, right-footed, sprays the ball out wide to this left, and to Bastoni. Bastoni comes forward. He's got men over, he's got Perisic out wide if he needs him, and finds him now. Against Harvey Elliott. Perisic pushed the ball in as Dumfries was in there, as to was Dzeko and Lautaro Martinez, but Alisson claimed it really, really well. Inter have started really, really well in this start of the second half as Fabinho can't get the ball forward. Here's Vidal, and now is Çalhanoğlu to find Bastoni. Bastoni looks to get forward as the left back on this left side. Bastoni puts the ball in. Vidal's in there, chested down towards Lautaro Martinez. Liverpool get the ball away. Comes to Arturo Vidal. Edge of the penalty here from Vidal. Through to Dzeko. Dzeko puts the ball in. No one was there in Liverpool in an Inter shirt as Mane gets there for Liverpool. Skriniar gets the ball back to Çalhanoğlu. Is Dumfries in towards Skriniar, and that gets the ball away. Ellie gets the ball away too. Mane can't get there. De Vrij can't get there. Salah does well to close down Brozovic and win and concede a throw in there, but Inter really, really good start from them in the second half, and they deserve to be leading, but yet to find the back of the net. Might have called the substitution at half time. He did. He said Firmino or Diaz would have come on, and he was from Fabinho's. Dumfries tries to pick out Perisic and does so. It's out of the box. Perisic across towards Dzeko, and somehow Martinez, who was in there as well, couldn't go an end of it. And that's a brilliant bit of play. So far, good start to this match as the ball is looking towards Salah, but Salah fouls Bastoni, and that is a good bit of play from the ball. It's a wonderful crossing from Perisic, and that should have been 1-0 there to Inter. Miles better side in the second half, and don't know what Klopp has said to his troops at half time, but I can tell you Simone Inzaghi's words have been more crucial to how his side has started in the second half. And it must be down to the fact that De Vrij was able to continue at the break. Otherwise, it took Inter a bit of time to settle into the system and how they were going to play the second half. As that ball almost set up, as it almost put Santa almost got in there as a screen operating. And Inter, up until that moment, had done really, really well against this press of Liverpool and caused them a few problems at times as well. Alexis Sanchez, the former Arsenal and Manchester United man, warming up for Inter, one of the former Premier League players on show for Inter tonight. As Thiago loses out to Vidal, as now Dumfries to Brozovic, Vidal back on to Dumfries, who Dumfries takes on Andy Robertson, turns away, back to Skriniar. Now it's with De Vrij, who sends the ball forward looking for Perisic, who can he get that? Yes, he can. Dzeko's in the middle. If he can get the ball in, he's up against Alexander-Arnold. And he does well to hold up play. Çalhanoğlu puts the ball in. Dzeko flicks the ball on. Comes towards Martinez. Can't control. Van Dijk gets the ball clear. And he does a really good job in clearing it all the way back to Andanovic. And Inter have got the crowd with him now as they're getting the backs up now as he is. Inter coming forward. Will try and come forward again and try and cause more problems for Liverpool as Brozovic has possession. Plays into Bastoni. Bastoni now back to Brozovic, and Brozovic will say, I'll pass you the ball to you, De Vrij, and you, De Vrij, will descend it either way. But he sends it back to Brozovic, and now Çalhanoğlu finds Perisic, and Perisic is always in space on this left hand side, and he's in space again after ball from Bastoni's over the top, and he kept the ball in, and Van Dijk has to head it behind for a corner to Inter. So far in the opening 10 minutes or so of the second half has been the better side. Liverpool yet to get back into it. I think the ball may have just gone out. I'm not sure if the ball went out of play there, but Inter have caused Liverpool quite a bit of problems so far in this second half. Good start as the ball is whipped in towards the penalty area, breaks in there, cleared away, comes out to Bastoni, who fires into the crowd, and Inter, very, very good start to the second half. Liverpool causing the problem, and Liverpool almost causing their own mistakes in the moment. Liverpool on the back foot at the moment and will look to try and cause quite a few problems as the ball is towards Dumfries, and Van Dijk is across there, out of play for a throw. And Mike, every time I mention Sanchez, says you're going to boo every time I mention him. If he comes on and scores, maybe win quite a bit, is Diaz. Anderson is amongst some of the substitutes which are going to be made by Jurgen Klopp in a moment. I think Keita is another one who's going to come on soon. Here's Perisic. Puts the ball in. And Konate almost putting towards it on there. Blocked it behind for a throw. But Perisic sees Bastoni running in towards the middle. Perisic will look to line up a long throw here. Keita, Anderson and Diaz about to come on for Liverpool. Perisic with the short throw given away to Elliott. And Elliott is fouled by Bastoni there, and Bastoni is complaining to the referee that it should not have been given as a free kick. Was Perisic, and I'm inclined to agree there. Here are the Liverpool changes. Harvey Elliott is one of the changes, replacing by Naby Keita. A good debut for him. Sadio Mane. Fabinho for Henderson. And then Luis Diaz will come on for Sadio Mane. That's the Liverpool changes cleared up. So Diaz, Henderson and Keita on for Mane, Fabinho and Elliott. Elliott had played well in that first half. I think Liverpool may just want to be more experienced in that midfield with Inter controlling the balls over the top of Dzeko. And then Dzeko scores, but the flag is up now. Dzeko's through, but the flag was up. I think he knew if the flag was going to go up. And yes, he's offside. He knew he was offside, he didn't really celebrate. And they knew it was offside. He's telling him wants to be quicker next time to try and catch Liverpool out. And now here's Perisic towards Dzeko. Henderson now gets the man from Virgil van Dijk, and Liverpool win a free kick. Foul by Perisic on Henderson. Luis Diaz scored here for Porto in the group stages, and now it's playing here for Liverpool. Will he have an important impact on the game? It is Henderson. He finds the aforementioned Diaz. On to Andy Robertson, trying to backheel it into Diaz. But I think Robertson got all that confused there. So Liverpool trying to cause a bit of confusion to Inter, almost caused a bit of confusion with themselves. It's still Salzburg 1, Bayern Munchen 0, as Firmino loses out, and now Çalhanoğlu sends Dzeko away. And then Dzeko puts the ball back across towards Martinez. Martinez gets there after his block cut out initially. Dzeko once more. And then Dzeko, former Man City man, was a Roma as well at one stage. Çalhanoğlu out to Diaz, to Perisic, into Dzeko. Dzeko is at the penalty, Dzeko goes for goal. And now Thiago for Firmino. And Firmino keeps all the possession for Liverpool. Back to Alexander-Arnold, but Liverpool moves out. Here's Salah. Running back from Dumfries, and now Robertson to Diaz. And Luis Diaz will run at Dumfries. He cuts inside of Dumfries. Still going Luis Diaz. Alexander-Arnold's there. Gets the ball through back to Diaz! Fantastic block by Skriniar. Skriniar comes across there. Milan Skriniar did absolutely fantastic to come across there. He saw the run of Luis Diaz. He came across. It was a fantastic block by the centre-back there of Inter. I think the keeper, Andanovic, may have got a save to it as well. But Alexander-Arnold just taking his time here for Liverpool as they will look to try and cause Inter a bit more problems. Van Dijk and Konate is for this corner, which will be taken by Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold's taking his time still. I think Liverpool may be happy with a point and will try and steal a win as well. The ball's in towards the penalty, towards Konate. Comes across to Van Dijk. Will push the ball back in first time, but Andanovic just claims it well. Dumfries is through there towards Martinez, but ran through to Alisson, who was in a good starting position for the Brazilian, who has been doing some good stuff in recent weeks for Liverpool, as is Firmino. Dumfries is there after Skriniar initially cleared, and he takes on Firmino, and Firmino does well. The ball stays in play. Thiago goes down. Vidal wins back. Diaz is there to block it, and after a throw to Liverpool, to Inter, and Inter Vidal there again, his team behind the play, behind the team there, and I think that's a good choice from the Italian midfield to the midfielder for the Italian side, the Chilean international. We've got no way goals in the Champions League now, so Liverpool will probably be happy with this 0-0 draw, because if they draw next week 1-1, it will still go to extra time as our ball played down the line, looking to pick out Çalhanoğlu, but Liverpool going with the throw quickly as the ball just couldn't be kept in by Çalhanoğlu, the midfielder for Internationale. There is Inter will just look up and pass the ball and get back in position to try and block off Liverpool's attacks as Vandal looks for Diaz, and Diaz is going behind Skriniar here, and Diaz is running at Skriniar, and Skriniar does well to get back at him and win and force a corner and push out for a corner, and Diaz did absolutely fantastic there to win the corner for Liverpool, and Vidal ran back in to try and help out his defensive partner. The ball is behind the goal as the keeper, Ananovic, just kept and chuked it behind his goal. One of his teammates, Bozovic, is just going to retrieve the ball for Liverpool. Van Dijk pushed in from Robertson, too deep for Canate to get there, but as Otto Vidal gets the ball clear, and now it's Inter 0, Liverpool 0. Been a good match, but without any endeavour or quality in the final third at this moment in time. Luis Diaz is on to try and have that for Liverpool. As Diaz goes for goal, and he tried whipping one towards that top corner, top left-hand corner, but he's behind for a goal kick to Liverpool, to Inter, and Inter still drawing 0-0 with Liverpool, as Liverpool causing a few problems of their own. Now here's Diaz to Thiago. Did Thiago keep the ball in play? No, he didn't. As we watch this match unfold in front of our eyes, it's Inter 0, Liverpool 0 so far. Hopefully you're all enjoying the coverage this evening as Inter take on Liverpool, where he's still goalless, just played 67 minutes as Keita comes on for Liverpool, the substitute. Still going Keita towards Diaz, another fellow substitute. Perisic gets there. Alexander now is Diaz. Lovely turn from Luis Diaz, who's done really well since he's come on. But as I say that, he gives the ball there to Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu gets the ball to Dzeko. And in Dzeko, Dzeko once more towards one of Martinez. Bozovic gets in there and wins the ball back. Firmino to Thiago. Thiago once more. Firmino. It is Salah. Can't get the ball through to Firmino. Bastoni intercepted. But then Dzeko gave the ball away, and he acknowledges that to the crowd and to his teammates, but more so to the crowd because he heard some groaning in and around the stadium. As here it goes. Here's Anderson. Good bit of play from Anderson to Thiago from Van Dijk. And now Van Dijk gets it back to Canate. We've yet to see a shot on target. Neither keeper have yet to make a save. We have caused. There's been some good play without any real attempts on target. I wonder if we'll see that in the final 20 or so minutes. Is Firmino. Robertson coming forward. Free kick has been given to Inter for a foul by Firmino on Çalhanoğlu. Let's see if there was an advantage for Inter, but Liverpool was on the attack. The referee brought it back. When I initially saw the challenge, I thought maybe it was a bit of a 50-50 coming together sort of a challenge. The referee from Poland, Simon Marcinak, has given it again the opposite way in the free kick to Inter. Lautaro Martinez makes way for the man who played for Arsenal and Manchester United. Alexis Sanchez comes on. Can he cause Liverpool a few problems like he did in the past? He scored against him when playing for Arsenal, but not when he played for Manchester United. Alexis Sanchez. Here's De Vrij to Bastoni. Down the line it goes. Perisic, and now here's Sanchez. Wonderful challenge from Canate, and Sanchez wins the ball back. Good ball into Vidal. Towards Dzeko. Dzeko's the wrong goal, and then Dzeko shot is blocked off of Alexander Arnold for a corner. And Mike doesn't like Dzeko. Doesn't like Alexis Sanchez for some reason or another. But that is for another day as we see that chance where Dzeko almost got in Dumfries on the back post. But fantastic defending from Alexander Arnold. He wasn't happy there. Jurgen Klopp. Inzaghi was put his hands on his head as I was so close for Inter. Çalhanoğlu with the corner. Whips the ball in. Perisic can win the header again. He does. Push the ball back in. Here's Sanchez. Çalhanoğlu puts the ball in. Comes off the head of Thiago. Behind for yet another corner to Liverpool to defend. And Inter are causing Liverpool quite a lot of problems. It's been Inter's game so far. All that is lacking in this game, especially in the second half, is chances on target. We've yet to see any shots on target, and we have been playing for 72 minutes of football. Hopefully you've enjoyed the action though, without any shots on target. As this corner will come in. Dumfries is there! Heads it wide. And I thought that was going to be the first chance on target there from Denzel Dumfries. There's a wonderful corner. Almost a free header for the right wing back. And Liverpool almost caught out there. Lacklustre defending from the Reds. As Salah loses out to Bastoni. And now here's Perisic. Okay to win the ball back is Alexander Arnold. And he goes through to Skriniar, who'll push the ball forward. Towards Edin Dzeko, but Dzeko can't bring the ball forward. And now it's Alisson who can get the ball forward for Liverpool into Thiago. We'll play this from Liverpool, but Skriniar reads it in again. But Skriniar puts the ball out for another Liverpool throw-in. It's been a good game considering it's 0-0. We've yet to see a goal, and I don't think we have seen a booking yet in this game. It's been a Very good game. I don't think it's been a dirty sort of game though. For bookings, where bookings are concerned, there's been bookings which has been needed. Still no Salisbury against Bayern Munich. As Sanchez gets as Alisson gets the ball away. The referees let this game through, and their challengers go. That pulled up for some challenges, but not given. That was the first change for Inter when Sanchez came on for Martinez 4 minutes ago. It remains goalless, and there's been 18 attempts in this game, none on target. Could have one here with a 19th one on target, 19th attempts on target. Not to the moment, as Liverpool's defence has been caught out. As we see Inter defend well. Navigator's back there too. Inter against Liverpool is scoreless. So far. We see an opening goal there. And it's gone in from Roberto Firmino! And Liverpool have opened a score, and it's a substitute for Firmino. Fantastic calling in there for Andy Robertson. And with 15 minutes to go, Liverpool take the lead. Liverpool have got the lead that they wanted. Wonderful corner. And Firmino, with an head come running across his marker. It's in front of Bastoni. And then it makes it difficult for Andanovic to get there. See that there. Brilliant header back, flicked header into the far post from Roberto Firmino. His brilliant run off Bastoni to get there. And Liverpool take the lead by 0-0. 15 minutes to go. And Mike has got that spot on. That's exactly why Liverpool fetch on Roberto Firmino. I did say I wonder if with the 19th shot of the game, we'll see a shot on target. And yes, we do, thanks to the header of Roberto Firmino with 15 minutes to go. It's Inter 0, Liverpool 1. And now Alisson just holds on to possession as Liverpool will try and tear the sting out of the game now. Liverpool, last time when these two sides met, as I mentioned earlier, which was back in the 2007-8 season, Liverpool won 1-0 at the San Siro, thanks to the number 9 at that point, Fernando Torres. They then won at Anfield 2-0, thanks to the number 18 of that occasion, Dirk Kuyt. Number 18 this season is Minamino. And number 4, Steven Gerrard. Number 4 is Virgil van Dijk. I wonder if Minamino and Van Dijk will score next week in a couple of weeks' time for the second, when it's the second leg. And Liverpool will win 3-0 in aggregate again against Inter. But what a substitution from Jurgen Klopp. And as Mike said, it was a very inspired substitution at the time. I was wondering why he was fetching him on at half-time unless there was an injury. As Salah plays the ball over the top. As Katie almost got into Diaz. But that was a superb block from Stephen De Vrij, who crossed there, De Vrij, to defend really, really well. Liverpool have yet another corner to defend. Liverpool hero so far is Roberto Firmino. On at half time, as here is Alexander Arnold across to the corner. The left back is assisted from the right hand side, while the right back assists a goal from the left hand side. Van Dijk trying to get away from Dumfries. As the ball comes in, flicked on from Bastoni. Vidal gets there to clear for Inter. As Inter will look to cause a few problems. Here's Robertson to Alisson. No chances taken by Andy Robertson. And there is Henderson. Back he goes to Alisson. Here's Keita to Diaz. Henderson. Liverpool just passing the ball around at a leisurely pace, walking around as well, Liverpool, when they're in possession. There's been no closing down of Liverpool when they've got possession tonight, especially since Liverpool took the lead. And here's Alexis Sanchez trying to pick out Edin Dzeko. Comes out to Perisic! Oh, what an effort! What an effort from Perisic there. And that almost caused Alisson into a fantastic save. Sanchez did well. Pull the ball across towards Dzeko. Comes out and Perisic, first time effort just over the bars. We see the header from Firmino again. Lovely deft header. Klopp was happy with that. It was a muted celebration from Jurgen Klopp in the end. Liverpool lead against Inter by a goal to 0, thanks to their number 9, Bobby Firmino. 10 minutes to go here on the TC Hub, and in around about 5 minutes' time from a game which has had one shot on target, I'll have to pick a player of the match, sponsored by the brilliant and excellent commentary services. As now here is Chanaloglu. Wonderful ball for looking for Dumfries, and that deflected effort made it easier for Alisson to take. Now here's Robertson down the line for Diaz. He's got Keita inside of him, but he goes back to Thiago. Now Keita. Henderson the skipper for Robertson. Diaz. Here's Henderson. Now Van Dijk. Liverpool just knocking the ball around well so far. Henderson. As Andrew Arnold. Love the ball through to Mo Salah. Henderson to the goal scorer Firmino. Back to Henderson. Back to Firmino. Those two playing really, really well. As Andrew Arnold is fouled. Tried to play advantage, but because Firmino lost possession, the free kick was given. Thank you, Paul. It's a good look with what I mentioned earlier about the incident between what happened last time these sides met when Liverpool won 3-0 on aggregate by 2007-8 season. And Paul says, if it makes me feel better, I'll go back to Paul's moment in a minute about the Salzburg Bayern game as we see this free kick from Andy Robertson. Headed away as he aimed towards Van Dijk. Back to Keita. Alexander Arnold whips the ball in towards Diaz at the back post. Van Dijk's there. Comes out to Salah! And Liverpool have doubled their lead. Mohamed Salah with the goal for Liverpool. It scores yet again in the Champions League. Scored in 9 consecutive matches in the last 12 matches in the Champions League. The 4th goal in Europe for Mohamed Salah, and that's a commanding 2-goal lead. And Liverpool lead by 2-0. And there was a poor clearance from De Vrij in there, and Liverpool doubled their lead and then he took a deflection off Brozovic, which wrong-footed Andanovic and didn't make and wasn't made sure he could get down to it. 24 goals this season for Mo Salah. 8 in 7 Champions League starts as well this season. 149 goals for Liverpool. And Liverpool 2-0 up. Dzeko can't get the ball back and he's knocked all the way back to Alisson, who's really not had any chances to save. 2 shots on target all game and they've scored the 2 goals. And that's the only 2 shots on target in the whole game from the entire men, as Liverpool will fetch on James Milner very shortly. Bastoni for Vidal. Dzeko. Brozovic. Liverpool since the first goal he knocked the stuffing out of Inter. Now they'll come to try and get a third here. Salah threatens again, looking for Diaz, but Andanovic read that situation well. As here is Perisic to Vidal. Vidal is fouled by Keita. Liverpool will make the change. And this is 800th career appearance for James Milner when he's played for a number of clubs. And James Milner will come on for Thiago, who has played well this evening. 800th career appearance for James Milner. As a ball from Perisic is in and is claimed by Alisson. And almost time for that man of the match before not decision to be made. Going back to the comment from Paul a few moments ago, it says, if he makes it any better, us, Salzburg and Bayern Munich could, as in, be much better than this Liverpool game. As Liverpool make as Inter 3 changes, as we see Vidal come off for Gagliardini for the first change. De Vrij is off for Ranocchia. And the third sub for Inter will be... I'll bring you down as soon as I get it. It was Darmian who'll come on. And it looks like it's Dumfries who's gone off, and it is Dumfries. So Darmian off for Dumfries is the third and final change at that moment there for Inter. Inter lead trail by 2 goals to 0, but they have been the better side. So far as Kingsley Coman has equalised for Bayern Munich this evening in the 90th minute. We'll announce the player of the match in a second after we see this attack from Inter. Gagliardini puts the ball into the arms of Alisson. As we now announce the player of the match, and I'm going to give it to Liverpool defender Ibrahim Konate, who has defended really, really well for Liverpool when, especially the majority of the second half alongside Van Dijk, when Inter had a lot of possession and caused Liverpool a few problems before Liverpool got the goals. Who were Kingsley Coman, as I mentioned, got the equaliser for for FC Bayern München against Salzburg. And now here is Firmino. Gets it to Salah. Now it's on for Henderson. Into the final minute of the 90. Inter 0, Liverpool 2. Luis Diaz for James Milner. Robertson back into Diaz. Back to Milner. And Milner, 800th career appearance. I wonder if you will try and get on the score sheet tonight, and it'd be a good occasion to do so. 800th career appearance for James Milner this evening. Big achievement that. Remember seeing him burst onto the scene at the age of just 16 for Leeds United, scoring against, and he scored at the age of 16, I believe, against Chelsea as well. And Milner, all the time, many years when he left Leeds United, said he'd like to return one day to Leeds United to end his career. I wonder if that will be the case, or whether he'll decide to end his career tonight as we enter 3 additional minutes at the end of this second half. And DiMarco comes on for Bastoni, and which is the final change for Inter and Inzaghi. And Inter defended really, really with the better team for the majority of the game, but they didn't take the chances that came. Liverpool have got 2 big chances and taken both of them. As Konate makes some fantastic blocks in the interceptions tonight alongside Van Dijk, and that's why he got our player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services this evening. A very big mention to, I'm going to give a big mention to somebody as soon as this commentary ends, and it's going to be a mention from every one of the team. So if you just stay with us, we'll take a quick break and then I'll be back to do that mention. Alexander Arnold pumps the ball forward. It goes back to the goalkeeper. Ranocchia to Andanovic. Ranocchia gets it back now, and he's now with DiMarco. DiMarco fetches the ball forward to Sanchez. Here's Brozovic. And now, very good play this. DiMarco and Machina. Skriniar look to get the ball forward for Inter as they try and get a consolation goal. Sanchez with a brilliant ball through towards Darmian, but Robertson gets there to tidy well, and now it's Diaz coming forward. He's got Milner outside of him, but he plays it to Firmino. Now Henderson. Now Keita. Now Alexander Arnold. Diaz. Alexander Arnold. Is Alexander Arnold and Liverpool just keeping possession? Is Diaz. As you never walk alone, rings out from the travelling Liverpool fans there. Here's Salah. Good play from Mo Salah. A wonderful challenge in there by Gagliardini. And Gagliardini wins the ball back and then wins a free kick for his side. As Darmian also was in there to win the free kick. Gagliardini up on his feet and limping a little bit. He may have to go down, but he will need to be substituted because there is the full-time whistle, and Liverpool have done really, really well in the second half. There was under pressure for majority of the game, but goes from Roberto Firmino on 75 minutes and Mohamed Salah on 83 give Liverpool the victory that they deserve. Liverpool in the second half defended really, really well, and a bit like Rotherham on Sunday against Sheffield Wednesday, where they defended really, really well and took the chances, whereas where Sheffield Wednesday were the better side on that day. Inter were the better side tonight, but the best team lost. Finished in the San Siro Inter Milan 0, Liverpool 2, and in the other game it finished RB Salzburg, finished Salzburg 1, Bayern Munchen 1 in the other Champions League game this evening. We'll try and tell you how Peterborough and Reading got on this evening if we can tell, if we can find that out for you. We'll let you know that got on in the Championship this evening. It finished 0-0 between Peterborough and Reading in the Championship this evening as well. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the commentary of coverage of Liverpool 2-0 Champions League win against Inter Milan. Back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. I just want to say, just before we do wrap up the programme this evening, a very big mention to somebody behind the scenes who worked very, very hard and tirelessly behind the scenes for helping myself and Mike get this channel and station up and running. His name is Barry Swain, and I just want to say on behalf of the team here at the commentary of Barry, if you are listening to this tonight, a very big happy birthday from all of the team today. We hope you had a fantastic day, my friend, and we'll hopefully get you back on the channel soon with some commentary action for us in the near future. But from all of the team and the TCU, very big happy birthday to you, Barry, from all of the team here. Thank you very much for listening to our coverage. From all of the team here, good night.